How gorgeous is that? Just thought I'd come down and watch the sunset and do a quick vlog. Day 4 of my no email challenge. It's going swimmingly. I think I've touched email three times in the whole 4 days, which I think is pretty good, considering 3/4 of that time has been putting the systems in place to make it all work. A few misconceptions or interesting thinking that I've seen come out of the Facebook and a few of the comments on YouTube and that sort of stuff. The first mistake in thinking that I want to just clear up, because I think it's important, is that I've got something against email. I don't want to cut email out of a channel of communication to me. I don't want people to stop emailing me. I've had people that are now sending me Facebook messages, which I can't respond to because it's not a channel that I use to respond. It's completely unmanageable like that. But that's not what this was about ever, at all. It wasn't the channel that was the problem, it was the interface, and it was me interfacing because so often I'm on a plane or I'm giving a talk or I'm doing something that stops me from being able to get to my actual laptop or open up mail and actually then go through and do stuff with it, that I decided, well, I'm not the best person to handle the vast majority of what's in my inbox anyway. And so why don't we just separate myself from it entirely. So if there's any way I can help you, please send me an email. I'd love to help you out. If my team can't handle it, I'll absolutely handle it personally. The next big kind of misconception is this idea of me creating more work for people, like that's a bad thing. Right? My whole role as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, is to create work for people, to create problems that other people have to solve. And it's very much this idea of the entrepreneur's bet. I've spoken about it before, whether you've come across me speaking about it or not. The entrepreneur's bet is this idea that by me going all in on my strengths, right, my bet is that I can create more value in the world, and we can think of that value in the form of money, if you like, than it costs me to delegate everything that's not high on my values, not the things that I'm not great at. And if I can delegate the things that I suck at to people who are great at those things, and I can have a surplus left over, that's a business. That's a scalable business, and it's a scalable business, and it's a sustainable business. So I'm all up for the idea of cooking up harebrained ideas that are going to create more problems for Kym and the rest of my team. I have absolutely zero sympathy for them, because the reason that they have their job is because they're clever and they know how to solve the problems that I give them. Case in point, on Kym's first couple of days, her workload went up 40%. Now it's gone back to exactly what it was beforehand, because she's just put in the systems, she's put in the workflows, she's put in the processes to make it work. And her perspective is that it's so much better because it keeps me away from it, which gives her more control. She's a bit of a control freak. Hey, Kym. But it also means that everyone that's sending me emails is getting responses and getting what they need much faster and isn't having to wait. So it's win, win, win. This idea that me creating problems for other people is a bad idea is, I think, an error in thinking and should be addressed by someone that's in business. It's your job to create problems. It's also your job to create enough value to compensate people for solving those problems on your behalf as well. This final idea that I want to talk about, which I think sums all of this up, is the Eisenhower principle. Right? Eisenhower, if you don't know, ex-president of the United States back in the 50s, came up with the idea of the difference between tasks that were urgent and tasks that were important. He said, great quote, "The urgent things are never important and the important things are never urgent." I love that. He also said that the urgent things tend to be other people's priorities and agendas, whereas the important things tend to be the things that are your agenda, that are your goals, that are your decisions of the stuff that you want to achieve in the world. And so he ran his entire presidency on this idea of only doing the things that were important and ignoring the things that were urgent. And someone put in the comments the other day that an inbox is really just a list of other people's priorities. It's a list of other people's agendas that you're trying to get to. And so this idea of like an inbox zero is really just setting a goal that you're absolutely going to put everybody else's agenda before yours for the day, and you're not going to go to sleep or you're not going to quit work until you've served everybody else's agenda. I say put the zero before inbox and just have zero inbox, right? Not inbox zero, just go zero inbox, delegate that sucker entirely to someone who's incredibly competent and good at it, and go and focus on the things that are important to you, the important tasks, the things that are actually going to help you make a dent in the universe. So based on that idea, I'd love to know, what are the challenges, the issues, the mental chatters, the restrictions or the inhibitors one way or another that you think would get in your way of being able to do something like this? Because day 4 in, and I got zero issues not touching email. This is working so well. I cannot believe I didn't do this earlier, and I want the same experience for you. If I could just save you 6 to 10 hours a week, what would that do for your life? Hit me up in the comments, like my videos, like my YouTubes. I like that very much. It makes me happy. It's like the currency of the interwebs. And I'm gonna go watch this sunset. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Over and out. Ow!